Good afternoon. What's up, Mr. Abel?
Yo, what's happening?
What's going on, man? It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. It's
been a minute.
For those of you at home, it's 2021.
Yeah, man, it jumped. I can't remember. Yeah, it's been a while, dude. It's been a while. It's been a month at least, dude, since we've been in the hot seat here.
Dude, I love coming in and it just feels good in here.
It does. I'm excited to be back. I'm a little tired because it's a little in the evening, but I'm gonna start getting pepped up here.
Yeah? Right on. I asked you if you wanted a coffee.
No, for whatever reason, man. In the evening, if I drink too much coffee, it upsets my stomach.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of stay away from it.
Hey, guess what?
What's up?
I'm going to do your class today.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I had like a nice day planned, like do a podcast with you, squeeze that in. And after we're done with this, I'll change and jump
nice.
on. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, man. Maybe we could make that a habit.
Habits are good, man.
Yeah, habits are good.
2021, time for some new habits,
yeah.
dude.
Hey, we hope you guys are doing good at home. 2021.
So, the conversation today is pretty light. We're just trying to get back in the mix of everything.
Checking in with each other.
Checking in. Hey, man, I've been at home doing a lot of, COVID time, watching a lot of TV.
A lot of TV? Is there good stuff on?
There's some good stuff on.
I still haven't seen Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai is
season
really
4
good.
Or season 3?
Season
3, right?
3,
yeah. I still haven't seen it.
Really good, but it just wants you, gets you for some more.
Oh, the cliffhangers or what?
Yeah, well, it just doesn't, it's still build up, man. So there's a whole other season coming. They're signed on until season 6, so that should be awesome.
You hear all the ayahs out there right now?
Yeah, I hear it. That's pretty amazing.
It's pretty dope, huh?
Yeah.
Those kids, dude, they kick butt.
That's fun. You can hear it in the background.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Look, it's the place we're in.
Yeah. What else? I've watched the history of cursing.
Oh, you know what? I saw that and I thought of you.
Oh, man.
I haven't pushed play on it, though.
You got to push play.
Yeah?
It's hilarious.
It's good?
Yeah. There's certain ones, but definitely the words that I say. Shit and fuck.
Yeah.
You have to believe that probably, but hey.
I don't bleep anything anymore.
Shit fuck.
Well, that's probably going to have to get cut out completely. You know what I forgot to do this time around? Mr. Ryan gave me his photos.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We got to put those up.
We can mirror, too. Remember? We learned that from Mr. Tapia over there. What else, man? What else? What have you guys been doing?
Well, for the studio, we're putting all the dates for our regular testing cycle. So,
nice.
So we're pretending that in a perfect world,
that we're gonna be
testing and we're gonna do what we got to do. And so everything is going on the schedule like we usually do. There might be some modifications depending on what life throws at us, but we're gonna try to stick as close to that schedule as possible. So for everybody out there, for kids, teens, for adults, all programs, including Little Lions, we're gonna have an actual testing schedule, testing cycle. Right now, currently, we're also working with the black belts. We have a team of black belts, adults and kids, that hadn't gotten the love yet, and we're waiting to do this unprecedented testing cycle. And now that we're done with that, let's focus on the people that need some attention, which is our up and coming black belts, kids and adults.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, man.
So what I like about the whole cycle is once that happens, man, it starts feeling like it's back to normal.
Because you're hustling, you're grinding.
I would say back to normal, but it'll feel like
it gives you a goal.
Yeah,
it gives you a goal. It gives you a
feels,
benchmark. You know what I mean? There's benchmarks, and you know that you're moving along as opposed to just being static. I like to feel like we're moving forward with something. So if there's goals set and dates, that's awesome.
Are you into resolutions at all? Any?
I learned a long time ago, man, that the whole resolution thing, it's not, I don't know. For me personally, I do it differently. I work with goals instead of a resolution.
I don't use resolutions. So I do have goals, though. There's certain things I want to do.
So what we're talking about is New Year's resolutions.
Yeah. And, but I usually start them, I don't start them in January. People always start them in January and whatever. I start mine because my birthday's so close in February that I usually go, okay, I'll give myself a month and then I'll start some stuff. So there's some big ones coming for me, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what's up?
Well, I gotta finish out next year. So this birthday, I'll be 49, dude. So I got then 1 year until I'm 50. So
Okay.
it's like,
All right.
hey, I got to step up, do some cool stuff. I'm going to probably be working on some more content for us in here.
Very cool.
I want to make us a network. I don't want to make us just a podcast. So I want to be able to bubble off of our stuff a little bit. But all relative. I want to, I know we have certain people going out for black belts and stuff. I want to get involved with that. But I want to get involved with it. I want to train a little bit alongside them.
Very cool. Well, I'm going to need your help. I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
announced this yet, but some of us are going to do our second degree.
So that's like a resolution, dude.
I'm going to need your help with that.
So last year, it was all good for me, dude. I got a bunch of therapy, right? I got into therapy. I talk about it because I'm not ashamed to talk about it.
Cool.
It was good for me. I loved it.
Yeah.
I think it was great. It gave me a lot of perspectives, gave me a lot of things to look at myself inward, you know. But I also set some goals and broke them, dude. Like, I don't read, dude. I'm ADHD, and reading is like, I read 7 books last year.
Yeah. That's so dope.
Yeah, I took a few math classes last year on the front end. You know, didn't finish them out, but I went back into school a little bit. The weight thing is a battle for me, so I never really try to do a resolution on that.
I think that the weight thing that you talk about, I think that you and helping other people, like you're going to be helping me. You're going to be, you're really good at the boxing stuff. You're going to be holding mitts for me. I mean, all of that, it's just, you got to just start a little bit, work here, work there, and then you just get used to the movement, and then you go.
Yeah, so, but even then, I'm not going to be into a massive amount of weight just because I can't anymore. It's just how my system's built. Yep. But I want to get healthy. I got to get off some meds. I'm on a lot of meds, and I need to get off of them. Diabetic meds, heart meds.
Got it.
You know.
So you got some goals too.
Yeah. But this has been ongoing. But this year I kind of wanted, you know.
Yeah, because you want to, like you said, you want to finish by the time you get to 50, the big 50. You want to make sure you got some stuff.
Yeah.
In place.
There's things that are in motion, but I got to get going.
Very cool. This year, you know what? This past year, so 2020 was a big year for me. And we talked about, actually, Omar, I believe, is the one that said, Mr. Omar, he said, are you tired of hearing that 2020 was a bad year? And then we talked about that. We're like, dude, we've had worse years. Between you and I, we both said, dude, we've had worse years. This is not the worst year ever.
I can't be honest with you. I'm a little tired of it this year. But it's not my worst year by any means, dude. I've had years where...
I've had worse years.
Dude, I've had years where I've had multiple deaths and hospital stays and, you know... this year's been... I actually have grown this year. Because I have been able to be at home and I've been able to like kind of look inward a little bit.
It was for me, it was a big year as a man. Like I've done a lot of stuff on my own, but last year, 2020, was like the heat lamp was on me the whole time. The spotlight was on me the whole time, and I was able to get through it.
It was a big... That was
I'm a big boy.
One.
I can say I'm a big boy now.
That is a big one, man. That is a big one. And you're still living through it, kind of.
Yeah.
But, 2020, I can't say that it was so horrible. I mean, I've had my moments. I lost 2 people this year, you know. But at the same time, they were much older and just kind of their time to go. And you learn to deal with things differently. And this year, you're able to kind of look at it. I see a lot of change in people. People don't recognize it, but you see it when you know somebody.
Yeah. I lost some family this year as well, but, you know, I was able to talk to them before they made the transition and stuff like that. Yeah. One of them was very young, but I got to talk to her before she, you know, she passed on. And ultimately, we saw how tight the family was, you know, because of it. And so, you know, there's some good memories there. There's pain and all that, but it's still, you know, we have something to look forward to. You know, we have 2021, and I think that we're starting it off right. We're starting it off as we got some goals to crunch. Like we're not like making like false kind of how do you say like this illusion of, oh, this is my resolution, and that's what, like, we know we're gonna have to grind. We have goals, and we're going to grind to them, and we're going to get to them by working hard and keeping our head down like we always had and doing what we got to do.
Yeah, 2020, dude, has been one of those years. And then we, you know, jump into it with all the election stuff and all that. It's just crazy. And the biggest thing I can recommend recommend to people is to stay within yourself. You know, don't become so like.
It's funny. Sometimes, so I get here, right, and
people get wrapped up in all that. Man.
I get here, and I don't know if you guys at home. I don't think I've mentioned this before. Maybe I have. I don't watch the news, like at all. So if I'm gonna listen to anything, or if I'm gonna watch something, I usually pick and choose what I'm doing, what I'm watching, or what I'm feeding my brain.
Yeah.
And because before I used to always, so I was driving, I always had talk radio or whatever, and it was always like news, stocks, you know, all that stuff, you know. And I saw that it wasn't good for me. I saw that it wasn't good for me. I wasn't resting the way I should have. My brain was always working. It just wasn't good for me, and so I stopped doing that. And it's funny because I noticed when I can tell when someone is like has been just watching the tube too much, like too much news, too much, because I could see it in them. And when I come to work here, every now and then, I have a pull someone aside and be like, "Hey man, I've been watching a little bit too." Yeah.
No, dude, I used to be that guy. I can sit down. I'm a guy who gets enthralled, dude, in things.
And I only say that because I care about them. Because dude, you look way too stressed. Like, turn that off for a little bit.
And I had to this year. This was a year that I was like, you know what? Maybe I should read, or maybe I should figure out a news outlet that is right down the middle. Maybe I should not worry about this because I'm worried about my family and what we're doing right now.
I obviously I have to know what's going on. I have kids, you know, and I have a business. I have to know what's going on in the news, but there's a difference between knowing what's going on and then, like, just letting it consume you.
Well, there's the thing.
Consume your thoughts and consume your energy.
Overinformed, right? It's like a baby first time they see a color.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what happens, you know, like a baby when a fan hits them. You know, and they hold their breath.
That's cool. That's cool that you made that observation. That's really awesome.
Yeah, and that's exactly what too much news will do for you.
Yeah.
Too much of anything.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
not good. It's not good.
You know, not just the news. You know, dude, it made me get off of my butt a little bit. I was feeling really enclosed, so I'm like home gym now. I got all kinds of stuff. I told myself it's more on me now. I used to do everything in like group sessions and. You know what? I got to learn how to work out for 10, 15 minutes. And I don't need a 2.5 hour session of heavy weights or something. Need to do a little.
And a whole posse?
Yeah. To do it. You know what I mean?
I was thinking about that. I was like, okay, I was looking at my schedule, right? And I was like, okay, I get here at a certain time. I'm here at a certain time. I eat at a certain time. Blah, 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 everything I do throughout the day, right? And I'm like, I have a lot of time. This shit's all excuses.
It is excuses. Everybody's got them, though. It's not
time
just
is
you.
there. You know what I mean?
It's not just you. It's just everybody's got them.
I know this stuff. I know this stuff, but it's a matter of just massive action. Just saying, okay, I'm going to write this down, and I'm going to make sure I'm checking stuff off throughout the day. And that's it, you know? And
that's the other thing. I started journaling, dude. Learning a lot about myself. Just journaling. You know, how many promises I break to myself. And it makes you kind of like, no, I can't do that anymore. Look at how many times I said this. Like, why am I even thinking about this? And why does this person bother me so much? You know what I mean? It's like, so it gives you good inward thought. But 2020, I think, is going to be a different year.
Very cool. I think I shared something with you earlier today, actually. It's funny that we're talking about this. So we got an invitation, right, to test for our second degree.
Nice.
You know, a handful of us here. I had mixed feelings about it. And I didn't know I had mixed feelings about it. Because I literally verbalized it. I was like, as soon as they said that, I was like, yeah, let's do it. You know? Because I was overdue before the you know, coming over transition. Yeah. And my test had been pushed out and stuff like that. But, and I was just too busy working, like trying to take this, you know, build a foundation here and take this business and make it go off, you know? And I was just so focused on that the time went by so fast. And then now the opportunity reemerged, right? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Hell yeah, right? But it's funny because, like, I said it, but I know myself. I didn't. Like, I said it. Because I'm used to being positive.
We talked about this. Yeah.
Because I'm used to being positive, and I said, yes, hell yeah, that's an opportunity. And I know it's a challenge, but I'm going to step up to the challenge. Because I think that's just the way I live. But inside me, like, if I'm being honest with everybody and myself, like I'm driving away after that conversation, and I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Like I was feeling off. Like it's just not normal.
Well, it's twofold, man. You just haven't trained enough. And not saying that you're not training. It's just there's a difference. Imagine when you were doing any of your other tests.
I don't feel like a beast right now.
Yeah, how much time you put on the mat. So that's just definitely one. Yeah. But that's something that's fixable. Then there's other stuff that goes on with
like just me like healing like from
well, that definitely goes into your head, right?
Because then I'm just like this shit would have been done a long time ago.
I gotta do this now.
So there's mixed feelings, right? Like it's like mixed feelings because I'm like, all right, well that was already on my timeline, and at one point I was ready for that, and I wasn't given the opportunity for that. Now that I have this opportunity, but I was so focused on this like fork in the road, right? Like, okay, 2nd degree black belt or chief instructor and build your own school. I chose one. At least I chose something, and I moved on something. But I put a lot of emphasis and a lot of focus on building this foundation and building this school, which thank God we're doing okay. Even through these crazy times, we're doing great. But I chose that road, of the chief instructor. I'm this person that needs to build a school, build a team, and then build the student body and build everything, the systems, so that it's sustainable. And I learned how to do that. And I'm still learning more stuff every day. But I also have this other part of me that's like, I couldn't do that because I was doing this,
Yeah, it's definitely torn.
And it's like, it bothers me a little bit, you know what I mean?
And no reason why it shouldn't. I mean, it's one of those things that...
Yeah.
You gotta...
It's a mental thing. And anyways, but I wanted to thank you publicly because you answered my call. And then I also spoke to AJ about it. And, it's just kind of like, both of you understood. Like, you didn't... I was expecting more kind of like, a white, was it a slap with the white glove? Like, come on, snap out of it or whatever. And both of you were kind of actually really receptive to it. You're like, no, we actually get it. And like, you both actually said that. And I was just like, okay, well, it validates the feelings.
Yeah.
Now let me get to work. So pretty much it's like, all right, well, let's get to it. At least my team knows, my circle knows that how I feel about it. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step up and do it.
And I told you, it's momentum. Mm-hmm. All these years when you're testing, you've built up momentum. Yeah. Right? And now your momentum is like... And
it kind of... I mean,
so it takes a lot to get back up to a point.
Yeah. Maybe it was meant to be this way. Because ultimately, my name is on this school. And if I could show the new up-and-comers, the new black belts coming in and stuff, that we can do it, that I can do it, and show them how it's done, then so be it.
I told you this. I think it's pretty important, and I think that's why I kind of, when you said that, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, dude, I'll jump on and train a little alongside you guys, because it's really a validation, and it's a validation of yourself and not anybody else. It's just a validation that you can still do it.
Yeah, and then for me too is like I want to show the love and respect that Stan Hill, Master Instructor Stan Hill, deserves. Right. Like, he's done a lot for us. And he's been with us every step of the way, and so it's going to be first off, it's an honor that he's like putting up this challenge, right? And secondly, as his second in line, chief instructor, like I got to show him that what our team's got, you know what I mean? And I'm happy and honored to do that, and I'm happy and honored that he's going to see that we've all been putting in work, and
and the fun part of it is in getting that recognition that you're going to test, and getting that recognition that somebody's recognizing that, hey, you've moved up. You're starting to,
just make it official.
Make it official.
Yeah, let's make it official.
That always got me.
Invitation's dope.
It was never about the belt for me. I don't mind getting belts, and I'm an emotional guy, but it's never about the belt. It's always about the validation of my team and the people that I've worked with.
Especially, and this is special because all of us, dude, 10 to 15 years together. Like, this is the actual team, like, giving you a nod and inviting you to test. Like, that's a big deal.
I spent 8.5 years with my partner. That sounds weird, but with my partner training for that first black belt, Second one, he fell off because he got hurt and whatnot. So it was me. Then it became, oh shit, we're not a team, I got to figure this out, and that was hard. That was a new challenge. But I think what any martial art does is it just gives you a validation of like, hey, I worked that hard and I accomplished something.
But it's kind of like what I was telling you too. Is it's like, honestly, since that first black belt, since the first degree black belt, like I've literally been nonstop, and it's been like a never-ending black belt test for me. Like even today, you know what I mean? With everything that's been thrown at us and at me, you know, it's just like.
I think it's perfect timing then, because if it's been that long, it'll just be one less thing off of your shoulder.
Yeah,
you know? And you know, and of course we all wanted to, you know, be a black belt sooner and later, and you know, it's kind of so like how I wanted to be recognized as an instructor, dude, and it took me a while to get recognized as an instructor, but I was like, what's going on? You know what I mean? It's like, what's going on? So I mean, I get it. That's why it's like, no, I get it. It's like the validation of your work is what you're looking for.
That's nice.
But nobody should be ever in it for just the belts, man.
Yeah,
because there's way more to it. It's a journey, and we're in the middle of the journey still. I don't think you're truly a black belt until after you've done a black belt and you take the practices that you've done and you've incorporated them into your life, your job, your.
Yeah, I think that like living the black belt way, right? Like living the martial way is that's actually a book. It's kind of like, okay, so you reach black belt. So what do you do with that? Is it just reaching there and then that's it? You stop and then live a normal life?
You know, a lot of people that way.
Yeah, or do you apply everything you learned? You know, like you go through hell to get a black belt. You go through hell to be a black belt instructor, even more so, right?
Right.
So like all this learning that you did on the mat, are you really applying it to your life or not? You know what I mean? And I think that really is the true test, right?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, definitely. And it almost helps you succeed in everything you do.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
It gives you a lot of different challenges. So
how many times have you said, like, something tough happens or whatever, bad news, right? I've said this before. Like, dude, I take bad news like a champ. I've been through hell, dude. And through all these tests and everything we did through martial arts, if you can handle all that stuff, you could pretty much handle everything.
Yeah. I'm an emotional person, so no matter what, I'm emotional, but I've also learned how to turn that, like, okay, click, time to go, think about something else, and it's given me a different way to work with that, you know what I mean, with my emotions.
Well, it doesn't mean that you stop being human. It just
No, but there is a thing of being over emotional and let your emotions take control of you. and it can for me. I'm one of those people. Yeah. It can for me. And that's what martial arts has done for me. I found it like at a perfect time in my life. Dude. Yeah. When I really needed something, you know what I mean? So I get it, dude. And you know what? It's awesome, dude. I'm happy to hear it. It's like, I think.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to be honest about that because a lot of times people think, well, like Mr. Gary or Mr. Abel or Mr. Stan or whoever, right? Mr. Alex, well, they've been doing this forever. So like for them, it's easy. It's not, dude.
No.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, even just having the position as a chief instructor, it's not easy because you got to make sure that the school, like whatever people think of the school, whatever reputation that school has, whether we work hard or we don't, whether our technique is good or we don't have good technique, or where we're steering this, what we're doing in the community, it all reflects on what we're doing every day as a team, right? And the chief instructor has those eyeballs set. Like, all right, do we have to adjust there? Do we have to adjust there? What are we doing? Where's this bar at, right? And it's an everyday job, and it's not easy, you know. Let alone what's coming next, which is continuing doing this job, still running the business, and then gunning for another rank, you know? Yeah. So that'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting year.
Yeah, for me, dude, when I got my third degree, and I told you this, where I always felt like I fell short of something, is because I think it came and I got my belt, and Mr. D, thank you so much, you know? But it was also one of those times where our school was now dissolving and becoming something else in Idaho, and then us trying to move and doing our thing.
Yep.
So it was almost like totally bittersweet, almost like not knowing like what it meant.
Right.
That's how it felt, like not knowing what it meant.
Well, I think what it means is that you put in a lot of work. You helped out the community. You helped out the craft community. Ultimately, that's what it stands for. Like you were still, living like a black belt, You know, you were still giving back to the community that taught you so much, and then ultimately, it's still a huge nod, and it's love and respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I definitely get it, but it was just definitely at a weird.
This is a weird timing. Weird timing.
Weird time. Cool. But who else is going to join you in that
Mr. Ryan.
Nice.
And Mr. AJ.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh man, good team right there.
Yeah. So we talked to Mr. AJ. Actually, I talked to Mr. AJ, and I told him that Mr. Ryan and I already made a pact. And so anytime Mr. AJ is going to spar me, or anytime Mr. AJ is going to spar Ryan, we're both jumping in.
Hey man, I don't blame you one bit.
We're gonna jump him, dude. Hey, we're gonna take it back to the old school, baby. We're gonna stomp on him and everything. He's not even gonna know what hit him.
AJ's like waiting for that moment, dude. I love that, dude. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. I forgot. Hey, we got to do some sparring, man. Dude. But it's gonna be heavy-handed sparring.
We're all heavy-handed.
Not just.
We're all heavy-handed, but AJ's just naturally he doesn't even try.
Dude, the guy's trained like crazy.
He doesn't even try. He's just his 10%'s like.
It's not even 10. It is his 10%.
It's his 10%.
It's his 10%.
No, I know. Like, listen. I love the guy. He's a big, huge teddy bear, and I know he loves us. But that's how strong he really is. That's how fast he really is. That's how good he really is. His 10% is that, you know.
Hey, he's gotten so good, man. It's just like he's night and day from when I first started training with him, and it's like
I'm gonna have to tell him like Miss Han told him. You know, she's like, Mr. AJ, if I gotta fight you during my black belt test, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. And we all kind of just chuckled. Dude, like, as soon as their first sparring session came, she's like, fighting him like as hard as she can. And AJ's just like, he's just messing around with her, just like, and then she goes, boom, right in the nuts, dude. And they just like, yup, you got me.
Hey, whatever you got to do to tame the beast.
You got to do what you got to do, man. So we'll see what happens.
That's awesome. I forget about that. So, yeah, it's very cool, dude. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. I think you guys.
Yeah, it gives us some goals. Like I said, it gives us some goals. It's a great nod from, master instructor Stan to us. We're the senior instructors here.
Yeah, because
and in my case, it just fortifies the chief instructor title. So
I've got something like all these certificates, and the ones that mean the most to me are ones with Mr. D, Stan, and T. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones that mean the most to me. So knowing that you guys are going to be like the first, and it's going to be Stan,
it's kind of cool,
and, and everybody else right behind it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I have my my first degree black belt certificate up in my office, and I see it every morning. As soon as I walk in, it's like right there, and I have it in this beautiful frame. And
see, you're better than me. I don't have them in frames.
Oh no, dude, I worked too hard for that one.
I don't even know where half my belts are.
I worked hard for that one,
dude.
Man.
I made a mistake. Craig Worthing, you owe me a brown belt. I made a mistake. I had my brown belt with me, and he goes, "Oh, I need one. I can't find one." I said, "I'll just bring mine. You can use it for the Never got back to me. I was like,
I still talk to him. So if you want me to hit him up, I'll be like, "Hey,
dude," because I really only got 3 belts. Or my first belts weren't like a yellow belt, a white belt. No, my first belt was a blue belt.
Yeah, my first belt was a blue one. We didn't get belts before.
So it's like for me not to have my brown belt, I was like, oh, and that's the one I wanted. Yeah. That's the one that meant a lot to me. Like blue and brown.
Well, worst case scenario, we could always order you one so you can complete your.
I'm probably gonna have to reorder another one, dude, because first of all, I go to put on that brown belt, dude. I put on my blue belt. I was like, damn, dude, I was in good shape because it's like a little nub now. The knot.
Oh, you wanted it longer, yeah.
And then my first black belt is like a little longer.
Long is cool though.
And then my second
it looks cool when it's long.
My second black belt is a little longer, and then my third black belt is
like super long. Oh,
it's like a rope to tow a truck. Dude.
Oh, that's funny. It's like the rings in a tree. it's just like showing what the history of the tree.
I was like, I gotta lose some weight, so then when I put that belt on, I can loop it around twice, man.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, we work with this company, this new company where we get our belts from, and the quality is so much better. Like they're like it's funny because we ordered all the kids' belts, And we got them in, and Christina's like, look at the color on these. And I was like, look at them. I was like, and then I grabbed one of the older ones, and I'm like, oh my God, look at the thread. Like the thread, the color, and the same price. Actually, like it was like $1 or $2 more. But I'm like, dude, like look at the difference. Like the black belts, and then I went in real quick just to see what the black belts looked like. Dude.
Well, and those are the ones that you want.
Those are legit.
Look lasting.
Yes, of course. I mean, it's a big achievement. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I was saying I have my certificate up, and I got lucky that day for some reason. Everybody was there. I have everybody's signature.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, it's all the OGs.
Oh, nice.
Everybody's on there, dude. And
I'm trying to think. Was I at your black belt ceremony?
Yeah, you were.
I can't remember that.
And and the glass that I got museum glass, so that like the lights don't mess it up.
Temper the
or the
paper.
ink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it'll last a little while.
Damn, dude. Mine are rolled up in a tube.
Yeah, but look, I'm dedicating my life to this.
Yeah.
Like,
I get it.
This
if
is how I
had
eat.
A place to put them, I mean,
this is what. This is what I do to eat, man. Come on.
I'd have a story for everything, dude, you know, and that's that picture.
That's cool, man. It's a nice memory, you know.
I
was so like so the night of the promotion, my throat was so raspy I could barely talk. You know, we got our asses handed to us, you know, and
that's right. You guys promoted
the same night. That was the first time we ever did that.
Yeah, that's
so
horrible.
We tested, and
that's horrible, dude.
So we made history. So we tested.
Because then you gotta show what you got.
Yes, we had our final test, and then that same night we promoted. And when you promote, it's not like just like it's all just kumbaya and give each other hugs and pictures. It's like you have to perform.
Yeah.
Like now you have to perform in front of family and everybody else was invited. Dude, and by that time you're just like, done.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, but at the same time, like we got it done. You know, we got it done.
Dude, first black belt. I did my black belt on a Friday night. Went out to dinner, grubbed hard, and had surgery on Monday morning. And then came back and had a double surgery the next Sunday, dude. Reopened.
Talk about never-ending black belt.
Yeah. That was my black belt test. But I was in such good shape at that point. I was in ICU and I was in my bed and I was doing tricep dips, and the guy comes in, he's like, dude, your heart rate's going up.
Crazy. You're scaring everybody.
Yeah, you're scaring everybody.
This is for the cancer stuff, right?
Yeah.
Just in case they don't know at home if they're new to watching.
But that was what happened. And then after I got out, everything started healing. Dude, and then less than 6 months later, I tested for my instructor test again.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
But then I went on a down trend. I stopped working out as much.
That can be dangerous, man.
It can very
just like you were saying earlier.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, just like you were saying earlier. You're not training like you used to.
Yeah.
But you're always doing something. You keep moving or whatever, right?
It's a slippery slope once you start off of
you don't want to
this
just
path.
stop. You don't want to just stop.
Yeah, I stopped.
It sucks, dude. It's so hard to get back into everything.
And I've never been the same since.
Yeah, and even for someone that keeps on doing something, right? You still see some of the people out there, like other instructors, and you see other students, and you see that they're at where you were, right when you got your black belt or right when you got your brown belt. You know, when you're a brown belt, you're going hard.
Oh, your brown belt.
So blue and brown, you're going hard, dude. You're a beast.
I think those are the.
You just don't know as much as you think you do.
Yeah, you think you know. You
think you know more,
but you think you can do anything.
Yep. But physically, though, you probably could do.
That's what I'm saying. You're in great
training,
physical condition.
But your technique is still...
Mentally, you're a bulldog, dude. You're hungry.
Yeah,
you just want to be let off the chain and just go off, dude.
Because I remember the confidence I had when I was blue and brown.
Oh, yeah. Same
I was
here.
like a beast, dude.
Same here.
But now I think back and I'm like, you know what? Maybe my technique wasn't where I thought it was. Because now I know, now where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just But it's something really good though when you're in blue and brown, feeling that way, and then combining that with the experience of the black belt, and then just kind of being in a different technique kind of area and place. That's good to combine that. You know what I mean? Get back to that.
Oh yeah, dude. My technique probably is the best. Even now that I haven't trained, I start doing stuff because teaching it helps kind of refine your technique.
Well, because you have to teach it and break it apart.
Yeah, and then kind of
little. So like, there's little things that we like correct right on the mat, especially when it's like a high level or advanced class. And then somebody will say like, "Oh man, I wasn't even thinking about that." But that's the point. So like, if you're a black belt instructor or an advanced instructor, you're correcting like really small things, really tiny things, but it makes a really big difference for people that know. You know that little tiny thing shouldn't.
You know it's huge because think about like whenever you see, even in kids, whenever you see a guy go through it and then test for their black belt test, you're like, wow, they're even from brown belt, they're 110.
Oh yeah, difference. Yeah, and brown belt, you already got it together.
Yeah.
But there's a big leap.
To there is like a
from
huge
brown to
leap.
black. There's a huge leap. Yeah, there is.
Leap,
there is.
And it's like weird that it happens.
Yeah, and then, so that's just for a regular brown to black belt, right? But then you get the black belts like us that are instructors as well. Yeah. So we have like other stuff on top of that, and then you really start noticing the difference when you see other people teach and stuff. You're like, you just pick up on different things.
And the fun part is like you guys are all still doing other martial arts and stuff, so picking up stuff from you guys that
gives you different perspectives.
Yeah. So even when I get to train, even when Chris was here and around, I would always pick his brains on different things. You know, like, hey, what's that? How come you're doing that? And why do you do that? Oh, that won't work for us. All right. And we would debate, heavily. And same with AJ, dude. AJ is like a wealth of knowledge, dude. I even talk about Bitcoin with him.
That guy's smart.
He's super smart.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, just getting back to what we were saying is like, so we have some goals, right? We have some goals.
Lots of goals, man.
Yeah. And honestly, like we talked earlier this morning, I'm like, hey man, we got to get on the podcast because it's not quite the middle of the month yet, but almost, right? It's January. And it's kind of like we're getting close to the middle of the month. We haven't jumped on the podcast. Let's do this right. Let's at least do one, to get it started this year. Because like you said, we've been doing this almost for a year now.
Almost a year now. Yeah, we're almost officially a year. Probably next month or so.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Somewhere right
I never thought we'd be doing something
like
this.
Maybe February, maybe March.
Yeah,
maybe March.
And you know what? And for being a year in, the first 6 months not knowing what the hell we were doing, we weren't even using this stuff yet. But we had some really good stories. Maybe we should revisit and tell some of those stories again.
You know what?
I need to go
back because I want to hear the stories that I gave up.
We have some good stories on there, dude. They're just the sound's not good.
I gotta remember the stories. Dude. I do. I definitely gotta go back and listen.
There's that story that we talked about. Remember when I was going to the bank and there was a dude that wanted to fight me and Gloria was driving.
Oh yeah.
And then he pulled up. Like I think that one barely got any views. It's just like back in the day. If you go back, the stories are awesome, but the sound is not good.
Yeah, because we were just...
Yeah, we were learning. Exactly. But what we got to do is maybe revisit some of those stories and like do them like in this sound now, so that at least we keep them in the library like nice and clean.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna do
and then
that.
some of these people that are actually watching us all the time now, like they'll get some of that.
Yeah. I need to go back and look at that because I do have some really good stories. Yeah. Like so much so that I've been told, even like my own wife is always like, that never happened. That never happened. And then she'll like run into somebody that have mutual, and they'll go, remember that time? And she'd be like, oh my God, this really happened.
True. Yeah.
When you're with me for whatever reason, it's always a story, dude. There's always something there. And I think it's just because I like to poke fun at everything. And eventually, like, stuff just like happens, dude. It's just weird. Yeah. It's just weird. I'm always in the wrong. I wouldn't say wrong place, but I'm always in the place to be like, oh.
Hey, so changing gears a little bit. It's been freezing the last couple weeks. This place is like a ice box, dude.
Yeah. It's been cold, dude. I work in a warehouse just like this. This is way open, more open than mine, and I actually have a huge industrial heater in there. But this has been cold in here.
So we got those warm-ups coming up, right? Yeah. And then so today I said I was going to jump in your class. Like, dude, I got warm-ups and everything because I got I got kinks here and there, and I got to get like really like a nice little sweat going so I could just train comfortably. You know what I mean?
It does happen when you get a little older. You have to build that sweat up.
Dude, I can't just go.
I was in the kitchen the other day, right? I'm like, I need to start working on my kicks again. I love kicking, and I'm not very good at it. I've never been very good at it. I kick hard, but I'm not like clean doing it. I was in the kitchen talking to myself. I was like, I need to start working on those kicks again, you know. And I go to do a front kick by my sink, dude, and I get my leg up, right? But here's the top of my sink overlooking, and I get my leg up. I'm like, yeah, I got it up, but my foot got caught on the sink, so I tripped myself, dude, and I fell back.
Oh my god!
But I totally was like, yeah,
fall break.
I still got it, dude.
That's so funny.
But I was like, son of a bitch. and all you hear is, are you okay? Are you okay? What's this?
They thought you were having a heart attack or something.
Bam, dude, right on my ass, dude. Oh man,
that's funny.
That's what I mean. Everything's kind of happens.
No, yeah, no. I gotta get a good warm up before I start doing it. Once I'm warm, everything's game. But I need to get warmed up first.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I've had some good ones in my garage, dude. I bought a kettlebell, right? And I've been like doing kettlebell workouts. Been getting good, working my stamina up a little bit. And my garage door opener, I'm like, woof, yeah.
You're feeling it.
I did CrossFit for like 10 years,
yeah.
dude, so I'm trying to get back into some of those things. And I'm feeling it. I guess I like moved back a little bit. And, boom! The light exploded in there. And I was
Are you
like,
serious?
son of a bitch. Yeah.
Did Gabby come like running
No,
to the
she
garage?
was at home.
Oh.
Luckily, because I was able to fix the light.
Before she got back?
That's
like, funny, dude.
Dude, I had my bar, and I was flipping things, dropping the weight, flipping things, dropping the weight. I just, because I'm trying to get my garage all nice and neat and all that. And I go, flip the weight, drop it, and dude, I must have like got too much oxygen in my head. All of a sudden, I was like, whoa.
Well, that's not too much oxygen. That's not enough oxygen.
I just fell out, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I've had more experiences in my garage by myself. Like,
hey, so you've been doing some healthier stuff. You went to for a little walk the other day. Finally got out of your house.
Yeah, headed up to Crystal Cove. It was really
Crystal
nice.
Cove is beautiful, dude. Newport
Crystal
Beach.
Cove. Yeah, I love that whole coastline is anywhere from Newport coastline, but not like Balboa. Balboa's cool, but like
it's too busy.
Where all the rocks and dunes and stuff like that. So dope, dude.
Yeah.
You know, all the way up to Dana Point. So I'll probably go up to do another walk.
I wonder if they can hear all the music bumping in the background.
I don't know. That would be interesting.
That is interesting to see. So the only person that uses the sound system to like at least a third of its capacity is Rafi. He bumps up music.
Oh, I forgot. Man. That is probably Rafi.
Yeah, that's Rafi. That's why you can hear it all the way over here.
That's true. What time is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's funny though, but I mean it's cool. No big deal.
And you feel like you're at like an EDC North
it's
concert.
all house and like
it's house
pumping.
music. Yeah, man. So how did your kids enjoy Christmas? Did you get them everything they wanted? And is Jimena like at the age where she can understand? Like I asked for this and I didn't get it.
We did like a little drive. Do you know Tanaka Farms?
Yeah. Heck yeah, I know Tanaka.
Yeah, so I think it's cool, huh? Yeah. So we did like that light show where you drive through it, and we got them like hot chocolate and stuff. And at the end, we didn't even know this. At the end, so right before you exit, there's like a little island like that's lifted a little bit higher than the cars, right? And there was a Santa like standing there.
Oh, really?
And so what he does is, all right, so they let one car in, Santa turns around, talks to you for a little bit, and then you go, and then the next car on the other side, so he'll turn around, and then he's on that side and talking to them. So I rolled the windows down, and Luca and Jimena were in the back seat, and they were talking to Santa. And
nice.
So he was just saying hi, whatever, did they enjoy the lights? And then Jimena's like answering back, and then I was like, all right, bye, Santa. So we're saying bye to Santa. And then Jimena's like, wait. And then so like I pushed the brakes, right? And then Santa like turns around like what's up? Like what's going on? Because he heard her. She goes, I didn't tell you what I wanted. And so she wanted a scepter from what's the princess name?
She's been hanging around Brett too long.
Something from Avalor.
Brett has a scepter.
It's a princess or something.
Brett is a princess.
So it's just like this like a king, but like it has like a diamond at the end, and it makes noises and lights funny. And stuff. But she's like, I want a scepter from whatever that prince's name is from Avalor.
You shoot your eye out.
Yeah. Anyways, but she got it, and it's funny because she got two because we got her one, and my brother and my sister-in-law they got her one.
Oh, nice.
And so what we did is that she opened those gifts up first, the ones that they gave her. So then we kind of like removed it. We can send that back.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But we got her like a couple other things that she wanted. But yeah, it was a good Christmas, man. And then New Year's, chill at home, just family time. You know.
Dude, I got all kinds of Cobra Kai stuff, dude.
You did?
Yeah. My boys know I love that show. And I don't love the Karate Kid.
Dave,
I love the Cobra Kai show.
Did they give you the bonsai tree?
No bonsai tree, dude.
Oh, come on, man.
On my computer, I have a Cobra Kai sticker. On my on my new license plate thing, it says I swept the leg since 1984. Yeah, dude, I had a theme this year with Cobra Kai. I got a T-shirt. Strike hard, no mercy. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Dude. Yeah, I love that show. You got it. Too bad you haven't seen it yet.
You know what I've been watching? I've been watching this show on Netflix called The Crown.
I started to watch it.
Dude, it's good.
I have trouble with British shows.
Well, I think, to be fair, I don't think it's a British show.
No.
I think it's made here about
the Brits.
Yeah. It's a good show. I never thought I'd be watching anything like that. And it's like, wow, it's interesting. Because it's based on, like, true events.
Yeah.
So everything is, like, and you get kind of like a history.
And I started to watch. I dabbled in it a little bit.
That's a good one.
And I forget. We were doing something. That's why I turned it off. And I haven't revisited it. So I need to go back. But I started watching, what's the one about chess? That's a good series. That's a good show. Oh, man, I forgot her name now. Oh, I'll come back to that. But I've been watching that. Dude, I got in. So I wanted to get one last book in before the year, dude. Kind of changed my life. This book. Hey, man. If you like guys, like this guy's the best empowerment guy.
If I like guys?
Yeah, you like guys. So this would be right up your alley.
That's what you said.
If you like guys, I didn't finish my thought.
You said it again.
If you like guys who like you're into like
what is going on?
Meaning like empowerment, dude. Like I love I love like guys who are like into like empowerment and all that stuff.
All right.
But I found a dude. It sounds really bad. I'm thinking about it.
What is going on that you found a dude?
His name's Gary John Bishop.
Okay.
From Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the book Unfuck Yourself. And it's one of the best books I've read all year. I'm just saying that right there.
Wow. Okay. What's this book about?
Unfucking yourself, dude.
What does that mean?
So, everybody's into the like me. I'm into all these empowerment books. I'm into this, like, all this new, like, finding yourself and this and whatever. It must be the age. And he's like, you don't need all that bullshit. You just need this. You want to get here? Get off the fucking couch. You want to do this? Then step up and go do it. You quit talking about it and whatever.
But Gary, I could have told you that.
No. And you have.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
In our private conversations, I've told you this.
He's done it very articulate. It's actually a very articulate book.
So what you wanted me to do is write it down for you so you can read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Gary John Bishop, he's got a podcast. Amazing. Fun to listen to.
What does he do? Is he a writer? Is that what he does?
He's a writer, but he's into philosophy and into different things, and he's become a coach, like a self-coach and whatever, but he's been doing it for years, and I just barely found him because of that book.
Right on.
Somebody was like, oh, you cuss a lot? Oh, look at this book. Right? It's the kind of thing. That's the kind of stuff that people do.
Hey, listen, if it works, it helps you, perfect.
Dude, there's a reason why I was a number one seller for years, and I just barely got it, dude. And when I read it, it was like, there's certain things he says in there that I just like, it resonates, for whatever reason, I got to hear him. But even better, if you listen to his podcast, like he'll go over certain sections of the book, and he's from Scotland. So having a Scottish accent behind it.
Do you read it when you read it? Do you read it in like one of those accents?
Sometimes I do, dude. After I heard his voice, I couldn't stop hearing
it's like
him.
John Connery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
And eventually you hear it just like this.
Yeah, that's
and
funny.
you're just like, what? But he talks to you and he's like, you just gotta let go, You basically go and fuck yourself, Stop thinking about it. You gotta hear it. It's really good. And for anybody who's just challenged, like me, who just needs something like to be kind of like a slap in the face, it's that type of book where it's
A
like,
slap with the white glove.
Yeah, exactly. And it's in a book that you've heard it 1,000 times, but he's like, listen, you don't need this book. That's what he's like. That's what he tells you. You're reading this book. You don't need this book.
You need to get to work is what you need.
Yeah, this is what it is. You're too busy about reading this book about doing something instead of going to do something. And I thought about it, I was like, yeah, he's probably right, So that was good. Hey,
switching gears a little bit. We had a training that we did for a church.
Oh, yeah. How'd it go?
For their security team, right? And things are a little bit more difficult to train new people from a security team or from a church security team because of all the COVID stuff, right? I mean, you still have to figure it out. Like, you still need the open space and all that stuff. But all that said, it was really good. The group was awesome. Really look forward to working with them again. But what I left with was that life isn't normal anymore.
No. Not at all, right?
I mean, we've been saying this for a long time. Like churches need that security, that extra layer of security. It's not just like it was when we were growing up. You go to church and nothing bad's going to happen there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like you got to be aware of what's going on. Anywhere you're at now, doesn't matter church, anywhere, anywhere.
Right now, especially right now, we're going through some crazy stuff.
We are going through some crazy stuff right now.
Both sides are just not in the right universe right now. It's off the hinges.
No, and if you get caught in the middle of any of that, it's a bad day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when I left with was this thought, and I was just like, what we're doing, like, it really is a service to the community. Like, if we could prevent like someone from dying in the salt or just being aware and avoiding some sort of danger or anything like that, like. I mean, I left feeling good. The people that I worked with, like young people and older people, they were cool people, man, and they're just trying to do something in the community, and we're helping them achieve that goal, feeling safe and making other people feel safe,
And quite honestly, that's the same thing. Like, I want to sell it to cities because I see how cities get overrun with people too, kind of the same way as churches do, where people just come in and be like, "Why can't I be here? It's a church." Same with the city, And really, it's about knowing your community, knowing how to deal with somebody who might be unhinged a little bit, and just being aware. Half of the battle is being aware.
Yeah, awareness, and then a lot of it too. Like, you can avoid a lot of issues with just learning some de-escalation skills.
Yeah,
like it doesn't always have to be hands-on and let's go.
Right. And
step back, analyze what's going on, and make some better decisions.
Yeah, because violence really isn't like the key, especially in those type of places, because it's going to go wrong for everybody.
Now, if it comes down to it and you have to go hands-on, of course it's really good if you're training and you know what you're doing.
That's different. That's a different scenario.
Yeah.
Now, if we're talking about somebody who's coming in and is definitely off the hinge and it's about to go way bad.
So, anyways, I just wanted to point out, like I left with a positive feeling. Like, these guys were good people. They were trying to learn, trying to protect their circle, their community. It was in San Juan Capistrano.
Nice.
And I also left with thinking like people are understanding that this is like riding a bike. This is like learning how to swim, because both of those things can get you out of a hairy situation. Both of those things can save your life. And I believe that training in self-defense is getting to the point where people are just realizing it's something you have to know.
It's something you got to know, dude.
You just have to know.
I'm a firm believer in that. I mean, I've been a real believer of that since I was like very young. Like, if you just can't put your hands up and defend yourself, you're in a lot of trouble, dude. Yeah. And that's what we do here. We teach that crap and make people feel safe and
that Krav Maga.
Yeah, that Krav Maga.
Yeah, man. And so, anyways, it was a good training session, and I just wish I could open it and do that every single weekend, but we're living in this upside down world. That was something that we had scheduled a long time ago.
Yeah, man, and just from seeing all the Capitol stuff that went down and all that, I mean, it doesn't matter what side you're on that, because people in that chamber were on both sides, dude. But if you go back and listen to the stories of all the senators and representatives that were in both houses there that night, either side, doesn't matter which side you're on, we have a lot of badass representatives and senators, dude. There was a Democrat here from Temecula who was like, I'm a Marine, let's go. They're coming in, I'm protecting you guys, get behind me.
Oh.
There's a couple of Republican, ex-Marines, ex-cops, ex-Lou Correa from Santa Ana, our representative here, the head of the sheriff department in Orange County.
Oh, really?
He was like, let him in. We're going to take care of him right now. There was like a team of like people that literally were like, it's going down. Everybody hide who doesn't know anything. Everybody else step up. And this leadership, this other...
You know what? It's funny that you're saying that. So everybody hide that doesn't know anything and then step up if you have... I definitely don't want to be in the, like, when like my life is in danger, I don't want to be in that group that's like, you don't know anything, you go just kind of hide.
Right, hide and let it happen to you. And that's what these people...
Hey, if I'm going out, I'm not going out like a chump. I'm going to do something, man. I
think I'll tell you right now, I have a light switch that is
like,
easy to
flick. What I'm saying? Like,
dude.
you can't just go out like that, man.
The first thing I'd be worried about is like, who's around me? Whatever. What's in here that I can use? And, it's on. Let's go. But that's even before my training. Now with training, it's like, all right,
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, that's just crazy. It's crazy times, dude. And I agree with you. If you don't know how to defend yourself, you're going to feel like Bambi, dude, in the woods. That guy stalking Bambi, dude.
Yep.
Right? Remember that movie? Bambi? Poor Bambi. Who shot Bambi's mom, dude? The hunter.
Yeah, but that'll eat.
Yeah, but I don't want to be Bambi. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to be Bambi.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, no.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff, though, even though there's a lot of turmoil and different things going on in the country right now, but there's definitely a lot of good things going on. I think this is a real reset in life, and I think 10 years from now, when we're looking back, it's going to be a different time.
I heard some people say, like, well, it's hard to, like, look for the positive things, right? Just on Instagram alone, like, I follow these, like, good news Instagram pages, and, like, it helps. There's a lot of good stuff happening. Yeah, there's a lot of bad things happening, but there's also a lot of good stuff happening. And if you focus on reading good stuff, like, you remain positive. It helps you. It helps you through your day. You can't just focus on the negative stuff, man.
Yeah, and people forget, dude, that everybody's a person and everybody's got things going on. And that person who has got something against the government or against a certain person or whatever, it's got something going on, too. And, the biggest thing I hate seeing is just, like, people fighting amongst people for almost the same reasons and causes, just different theories and backgrounds. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
Sometimes just they don't even know each other. Like, they don't even know what their stance is.
But that's what I'm saying.
No communication.
And whatever you believe, it is your belief. I am a firm believer in that. I don't believe in censorship. I don't believe in, because you like to censor me, but I don't believe in... I believe in this country, dude. We have a great country. I think I have a good life. I think in any other country, I would not have that life. And I think people need to reflect on what their lives are, who they are, and what's going on with themselves before they lash out to everybody. But with that being said, not everybody recognizes that, hey, maybe it's on me a little, and...
It's always easier. It's always easier to say, like, that side or that or whatever, Never all right, what do I change in myself, right?
I think people have been preying on people's insecurities and fears and on both sides. And it's pretty noticeable what's going on. It's either you're angry or you're living kind of in a fearful state, And you see that right now. People in the middle are just caught between both of them.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. And you got to hear it from this side.
Yeah, hear from the other side.
Oh my God, this is happening. Oh my God, we're going to hell. This side, oh, you're not a patriot. You got to stand up. Don't do this. Don't do that. And it's like you're somewhere in the middle, you know. You kind of believe that a little bit, but hey, I believe this too. And there's no black and white anymore. People need to understand that. There's no black and white anymore.
Yeah, I agree. That's why you got to focus on the positive stuff. Man.
That's right, man.
You know, you have to. There's no other way.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna make this thing work right here, dude. Because I just quit my job today.
Hey, when you told me that we've been doing this for almost a year now.
Yeah, it's maybe March. I'm thinking about maybe we started in March.
Okay.
Because we started right when
it was shocking to me. I was like, wow.
We started right when COVID was just...
This is fun.
Yeah, this is
fun, and we get to put some positive stuff out there. Anything, like I said before, like anything that I love to do, I'll figure out how to do it and try to make it work, you know, in my schedule throughout the day.
Yeah, it's coming up on a year, and I don't think it's in February. I think it's in March. Maybe late March. But... You know, I can tell you right now, but I don't want to go on my phone.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just know that we're around there,
yeah.
But we've come a long way,
dude. This year has just like flown by, dude. Literally flown by. It's scary when you get older when things fly that fast, dude.
Well, I remember being younger and saying, when I'm 18, you know, when I'm 21, and then you hit a certain age. I think for me it was like 33 or so. Where it's no longer like now it's like a blink of an eye.
Well, yeah, it is. It's a blink of an eye. And it gets faster as you get older, dude. So think about this. Your kids are what, 3 and...
4 and almost 2. February 7th will be 2.
Okay, so right there, right? Those are great ages, by the way.
Hey, was Luca's first day of school?
Yeah, that's what you're
yesterday.
saying.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, but that's what I'm saying. I remember... my oldest taking him to kindergarten. I remember my Shane taking him.
That's crazy, man.
I got a kid 19 years old and a 30-year-old, dude.
You're done though. That's it.
Yeah, but it makes time even more like I recognize time as like I don't have my little kids anymore. I don't have. Yeah. Oh my God, where'd it go? You know, it's fun though. I definitely like where I'm at in my life, but. It's just dude, I could fart and it'd be Tuesday.
Hey, this morning, I was waking up because I have to wake up early when I take the kids to school. Now they're both going to the same school, right?
What, 7 o'clock?
And so, like, I feel somebody, like, kind of, like, pushing on my head, right? And then kind of, like, slapping my face a little bit, right? And then, papi, and, like, caressing my face. Papi. What do you want, Jimena? I love you. And then, of course, I'll wake up to that. I'm like, I love you too, sweetheart. She goes, come on, Papi, the sun's out. And then she opens the curtain. The sun's out. I'm like, oh.
You got a spark plug there, dude. You got a spark plug. One of the best gifts.
It's cool, though. I like it. I'd rather get woken up that way than any other way. You know what I mean?
One of the best gifts I got from my niece and nephew was a Nerf gun, dude. I wasn't allowed to have Nerf guns growing up. Me or my brother. My brother was a little more lenient. My mom didn't believe in having like weapons and stuff in the house. Yeah. And they got me a Nerf gun. My brother knows this. And so, dude, I went over one day and spent 2 hours with my nephew just like playing Nerf guns.
Loved it.
Dude, he had like sniper Nerf guns.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. Like, he couldn't reload. I'm like, I got you, pop. And he's like, stop it. I was just reliving my.
We're completely the opposite. Like, so we used to spend months at a time at my tia's house in the valley, Pacoima. They lived like on a ranch kind of style home, and there was horses behind them, and they had chickens and roosters and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you guys lived out in an area where you could probably go shoot something.
Well, this is what we would do. So we'd go visit them. So it was for our summer break. Remember I told you we went to tracks and like it was like a huge break.
Yeah, you had a huge break.
Yeah, so we'd stay there like 2 months at a time, and my tia would like take care of us every day, like feed us, do great food, man. And then like being like on a ranch style home, like for us it was like heaven as kids, dude. Animals everywhere. They had dogs, they had horses, they had chickens, they had roosters, and like my cousins always loved the like BB guns and stuff. So we were shooting since like early, like learning how to load the BB guns and shooting cans and you know, doing all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I was always around that. So for us, like for me today, like I know that people think differently of this, but I think that you should learn early on how to handle a gun and a weapon.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that.
Even just for safety, if there's one hanging out, like they found one.
Like
know how to
or
how to just keep it safe. You know what I mean?
Make sure that
at the very minimum, keep it safe.
I agree. I totally agree with that. So here's one of the reasons, right? My brother was like 14, and my mom finally said, "Okay, you can buy yourself a pellet gun.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid."
Okay, you hear that, right? Remember that. And
wait, so for people that don't know, so there's a BB gun. The pellet gun's a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the BB guns were like just these little round metal balls. And then the pellet gun, like the pellets had like a little bend to them. Like they were a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah.
They could pierce more stuff.
So my brother and his buddy spent the night, you know, and they're over at our house. And my mom's making breakfast. And all you hear is, and he comes running in the room, right? And I guess he wanted to see how strong the pellet gun was, and he shot his finger.
What?
But he lodged the pellet in his finger.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, it was nasty. You know what my mom said? You need to go wash your hands. Come back in here and tell your friend to get his ass in here too. I just made breakfast. We're sitting down and having breakfast. And then I will take you to emergency.
We're having breakfast first. I worked too hard on this.
Yep. Because you should know better. And I told you not to do this.
Why would you shoot your finger, though, dude?
I don't know what happened. I don't know if they were probably jerking around with it, dude. But I remember just being like laughing my ass off, dude. Just like, and my brother like, quit looking at me. Man, I just was dumbfounded, dude. I don't know what they did, but he came back with it lodged, and my mom was so pissed.
BB guns are fun if you're like shooting like cans and stuff like that. But yeah, if you do stuff like that, I mean, come on, man.
Dude, you saw where I live, right there on that corner,
yeah.
Right? And you had the street, so if you hung out at night, you could there's always drive-bys right around there. But we also had a convent behind us, right?
Not where you live now. Where you
No,
the old house.
Yeah, the old house where my dad lives now. But
there's drive-bys there?
Yeah, dude.
No.
Yeah. Dude, we're right in the heart of where MS-13 started.
Dude, that's like a nice area, though.
4th and 5th Street are right there.
That was a long time ago. It's super nice now. It's like a rich area.
No. It was a really nice little area for like where it was. Nah, hey. But it's OC Hood, dude. It's OC Hood. Anyways, we had
They do drive-bys in nice cars.
Yeah, we had a convent, right?
And the convent's still there, right?
Yeah. And now they have buildings back there.
Yeah.
But it used to just be acres and
acres
acres
just like
of
massive.
nothing,
Yeah.
So we would like take golf balls and see how far we could hit them and whatever. And so one day my buddy comes up. He used to bring over we'd hide the BB gun and we'd like shoot shit over there, shoot the dogs right across trying to get them. And this day we're like, get your dad's golf clubs out. Let's see how far we can hit the golf balls. Okay, boom. Oh, damn, that's awesome.
So from your yard to their backyard, the convent's backyard.
And then my buddy who could crush it was like, dude, go stand by the wall and see where I hit it. I want to know where it lands. Sweet. Woo! Right in the middle of my back, dude. Oh, that hurts so much. I was like, what the hell?
How old were you?
17.
Oh, man. What? Come on, man. How are you going to stand in front of him?
And my friends were all laughing, dude. They were laughing their butts off. Dude, I could have really gotten, like, seriously hurt.
What if it would have hit the back of your head?
Yeah, it probably
you'd have been dead.
Yeah. Dude, he hit it so hard. Dude. He said he was aiming for my ass or my legs, but it hit me square
Seriously, though,
in the
think
back.
about this. If it would have hit the back of your head, dude,
oh, yeah.
you wouldn't have woken up.
Yeah. Dude, believe me, we were like, they were laughing, but like, what's wrong with you, dude? What's wrong with you? Oh, yeah, dude, that's the type of shit we used to do. Yeah, we used to shoot people with BBs. We'd get like...
the little slingshots?
Since I can have guns, I'd always have slingshots.
Yeah. So, this last time we went camping, I bought two of they're called Daisy... They're like a knot at the old Daisy, you know, the rifle, but it's a hand one, and it like rests on your wrist. You hold it here, and it rests on your, so like you can shoot really hard.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so I got a couple of those, and I got some targets, like little targets, you know, and then so I was like teaching Jimena how to shoot with a slingshot, and those things are fun, man.
Yeah,
they're really fun.
Their slingshots are badass. I love that.
But I was telling her because she, you know, then she started like pointing us. I was like, no, this is just for the targets because those things you can hurt someone with them. Yeah,
those are. I've been hit by one of those. We used to take marbles and shoot them. With each other.
Well, they actually sell. So the ammunition. So they have like little pellet type, but then they also have the marble.
Yeah.
And like it's like they sell metal and they sell ceramic. So like depending on what you want to hit, like it will hit hard, dude.
So here's a true story too. We're out there and my mom's getting pissed too. Like, look at all the shit on the ground because we'd have not pellets, but little marbles everywhere, right?
Because you're shooting them everywhere.
Yeah, we're shooting everywhere, and they're finding them, and then the guys mowing the lawn, and they're shooting out, and you know, she's like, "You're not even a good shot. Look at all this stuff." I said, "Yeah, I am." I was like, "Watch," and I just didn't even look, and I just and all of a sudden you see this pigeon go, and my mom was like, "What the hell?" Dude, I didn't look. I just and I hit it right on the. It was on the wire line of the.
Hey, dude, I can't even believe I can neither confirm nor deny that this story happened, but a long time ago with the BB guns, I told you like we used to go. A hummingbird showed up dead, and
that's
it was bad, dude. Because when we saw it,
we were like, good luck.
All of us were like, we couldn't sleep for like 2 weeks because his little tongue was out, and it's like beautiful, dude, like beautiful.
That's what I picture with the longest tongue out.
Dude, but I felt so... Dude, the colors were beautiful. It was like a beautiful hummingbird, dude.
Hummingbirds are beautiful,
like,
dude.
Like, you know, it's just a poor little thing, dude. And then, like, never again. Never, and then, like, never
they're
again.
Good for the earth.
Dude.
Good job, dude. You're a murderer.
I didn't say it was me. I said I could neither confirm nor deny. This is like 30 years ago.
I had a crazy little neighborhood.
After that, dude, we didn't, like, literally, we were just like... This like little BB gun can really like, you know, it's like
hurt something, dude. Yeah. Oh heck yeah, man. Get shot in the face.
Not only that, but you were supposed to pump it like 10 times, like because it like the pressure builds up, yeah, right? Yeah. Dude, we would pump it like
20,
dude, and then you lean it against it. Like there was tricks to it. You could lean it so you could get extra pumps in there, dude, and then it blast off, man.
I remember seeing people do that, dude.
And so it was like a juiced up BB gun, you know.
Dude, you never had a paper route, did you?
No.
So we had paper routes, right? And my whole neighborhood had a paper route. And we would go drive around. And so it got to the point where we were like, who's the best at throwing this paper off our bike, you know? So we'd set up little obstacles.
Are you serious?
In our neighborhood. And then we would try to hit the neighbors' things and see how long it would take us, dude. This is me, the very first one. I'm riding, and I hit the first obstacle. I turn. And I throw the paper. Goes right through somebody's front window, dude. That's... I had to pay for the whole fucking window, dude. Oh, that was horrible. Horrible.
You're like a movie, dude. Straight up. You're just like...
we were like...
We need to make a movie just of your just childhood stories.
Dude, the worst time I ever had was with paper route, dude. I would go, and I would try to get done real fast. And I was riding, and I threw one. And you know when you ride your bike, you
turn,
do that, right? Threw one, and I'm like, yeah, I'm almost done. I'm going home, and we're all racing. Dude, parked car. I hit that so hard.
So you threw it, and then your arm kind of like
veered off.
Yeah, veered off.
Towards the car. And I did a head over heels over the car.
Oh, dude.
This is where I infused all my braces to my lip.
Oh, that's nasty.
I had 4 hours of oral surgery, dude, trying to get
take off all the lip.
Braces out of my lip,
that's nasty, dude.
Yep. Got that on a Friday. Was healing up. Had something like 100 stitches. If you look at my mouth, it was like had like crazy stitches. My cousin comes 100 over.
100 stitches?
Yeah, literally all through my lip, dude. Man. Yeah, literally like just everywhere.
Gary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the type of fun I had, dude. So
Hey, dude, that's trauma, dude.
it is trauma.
You've been through some trauma.
So check this out. So
Gary,
that's
Gary,
Friday, right?
Hey, listen. Take a moment.
Dude, that's Friday, dude.
It's trauma.
My cousin comes over like Sunday, right? And we're playing Atari or something.
This is like 2 days after.
2 days after. And he's like pissed. Because I just beat him and I gloat, dude, when I win, especially at video games. I was like, yeah, you suck. He takes the controller out of rage and slams it against my face and relocks it back into my lips, dude. And all my braces. I had to go back in for another hour to 2 hours to get them all the stitching was in my braces, dude. 2 days in a row. 2 days, dude. It was crazy. That's the type of shit that happened to me.
How old was your cousin?
Same age. We're the same age. We're both like 12, 13. You're just pissed.
He's a volcano like you.
Yeah. Oh no, we're exactly alike.
Reactor.
Yeah. He just. I was like, no! I wasn't crying because it hurt.
Did he
I was
know?
crying
Because you didn't have to go back in.
He took off. He ran. He was like,
He knew what happened.
Yeah. They couldn't find him for like 2 hours.
He ran away from home.
Because he knew he lost it and went over the edge, dude.
Yep.
And like,
Yep. Oh man. I'm telling you, we gotta. Hey, listen. Come on, I'll help you do this. We're gonna write your stories. And we're gonna make a movie. We're gonna make a movie of your childhood, dude.
Dude, that's why I hate the fucking dentist. I hate going like.
Hey, it's not the dentist's fault, dude.
It's not the dentist's fault. You're
No.
right. But
You're lucky he was there to fix you, man. Could you imagine?
I could. I did imagine. It's not I could imagine. I did imagine.
Oh man, that's funny.
Oh, I did. And the second time it happened, I'm crying and I'm in the mirror thinking I can do this because I don't want to go back in. So I'm plucking my skin
Gary.
out. Dude, I have a really strong. I'm pretty now I don't get hurt that easy. Like I have a high threshold for pain, dude. It's because as a kid I got just jacked up, dude. Just jacked up. That's a fun story. That I look back now, dude, and it's like a good story. So I'm cool with it.
Oh man, I get all tensed up listening to your stories, dude.
Me and my cousin Brian. That's my cousin Brian. You met Greg.
Yeah,
He's the older one.
that guy was cool.
Yeah. So's Brian. He's super cool. But me and Brian are like, dude, we're just alike. You think you gotta censor me? If you saw this guy, you'd be like, oh. They're cut from the same freaking. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, on that note, that was a good story. A lot of trauma, man. I keep on saying that.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what
I grew up. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Without those stories, I wouldn't be me.
That's right. This is true.
It wouldn't be me.
You got class coming up.
Yes, sir.
And I want to make sure that I make it to it, so I'm gonna change.
We got plenty of time. You got
And,
it. Let's go. And I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because you gotta remember, your first 20 minutes was Esperanza. It's not me.
Nah, that's fine. I'm a big boy.
She's the man.
Yeah, she is, dude. She gets down, man. She gets down.
Hey, you can find us on Instagram on Gary and Abel podcast. Also, check out Gary H72 on Instagram and Gary Hernandez on Facebook.
And me on Instagram, Simpleman0707. And then everything else is Black Belt Collective, Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff.
So one of our resolutions is hopefully, my goal is to be by February up on multiple platforms. So take a look at that, and we're gonna get that going here pretty soon. Hopefully,
yeah, that's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be really cool.
So yeah, so not only can you watch us, you'll be able to hear us.
Just hear us, and then because I think that some people watch us on TV at home, like they just do the share. What is it?
The share or just
screen mirroring or whatever.
But you can even go on YouTube now on your TV.
Yep, and just do it. Yep, and then but this will allow people not to even fiddle with it. Just literally push play, put it in their pocket, backpack, whatever, and then just listen.
Go for a walk.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, cool. We love you guys, and thanks for meeting me up for this.
Yeah, for sure.
This is cool, man. This is
hey,
checking in with
we'll
each
have
other.
to get another one in. I think maybe Tuesdays we got to go back to it.
All right,
because,
let's do it.
We can get a lot of content.
Right on. We love you guys. All right,
ya.
peace.